What if I told you that right now in the Middle East, something is happening that could completely change how modern warfare is understood, and the United States might not be as dominant as the world once believed? Because over the past few days, Iran has done something shocking, something even many defense experts didn't expect. Reports are now emerging that Iranian strikes have caused massive damage to U.S. air assets across key bases in the Gulf region, including locations in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and United Arab Emirates. And this isn't just minor damage, we're talking about billions of dollars in losses. Now, here's where things get serious. One of the most critical hits reportedly happened at the Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia, a strategic hub used by both Saudi and U.S. forces. Satellite imagery and leaked visuals suggest that Iran managed to strike high-value targets, including advanced surveillance aircraft like the E-3 AWACS. And if you understand military strategy, you already know. Taking out an AWACS isn't just damage, it's like blinding an entire air force in the sky. Without it, fighter jets lose coordination, early warnings drop, and response time slows down dramatically. And according to multiple estimates, just this one strike may have caused between $500 to $700 million in damage. Some reports even suggest that total U.S. losses could be approaching the $3 billion mark when you include destroyed refueling aircraft, damaged drones, and radar systems. Now think about that for a second. This is not a small-scale retaliation. This is precision warfare. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. Iran isn't just fighting on the battlefield, it's dominating the narrative war too. Right after these strikes, Iranian state media and official channels started pushing out videos, memes, and highly produced clips showing missile launches, mocking the US, and projecting complete confidence. And surprisingly, even Western analysts are admitting this. Iran's use of social media as a psychological weapon is on another level. This isn't just war. It's information warfare, and Iran is playing it smart. Now, the big question is, how is Iran achieving such accuracy? Because hitting high-value military assets like this requires extremely precise intelligence. And that's where another major player enters the picture: Vladimir Putin. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and several Western officials have hinted that Russia might be quietly supporting Iran by providing satellite intelligence and targeting data under what some are calling a covert operation, often referred to as a hidden hand strategy. If that's true, then this conflict is no longer just US versus Iran, it's becoming part of a much larger global power game. And now, tensions are rising even further. Inside Washington, discussions are reportedly intensifying about a possible ground invasion. But here's the problem. History has shown us that entering the Middle East with ground forces is never simple. If US troops step into Iran and face heavy resistance, it could escalate into a long, costly war. Some analysts are even warning about the possibility of military drafts if casualties rise significantly. That's how serious this situation is becoming. And it's not just military consequences. We're already seeing economic shockwaves. Fuel prices are rising, global markets are reacting, and the NASDAQ composite has already seen a noticeable drop. In the United States, where over half the population is directly or indirectly invested in the stock market, this kind of decline hits hard. Retirement funds, savings, investments, everything gets affected. This isn't just a distant war. It's something that could impact everyday lives. So where does this go from here? That depends on one key decision: whether the US, under leadership figures like Donald Trump, chooses escalation or a strategic pullback. Because if this conflict continues to intensify, we could be looking at one of the most defining geopolitical moments of this decade. And here's the reality. This is far from over. The next few days could decide whether this remains a regional conflict or turns into something much bigger. Stay alert, because what's happening right now might just reshape global power dynamics in ways we haven't seen in years.